Alright, what's up, Wolfpack? We got first recorded exercise of the first leg day of the new split, I guess. I'm about halfway. This exercise will get me a little over halfway. So, overall, it hasn't been too bad. It's probably the most intense leg day I've ever had. I think even where I'm at right now, in terms of how much leg exercises I've done, isn't comparable throughout all of my years of training. So, you know, yeah, I was a little nervous coming in today, but it's been going pretty well. So, nerves have kind of, I guess, subsided. Anyways, I'm going to get this first set out of the way. Hopefully I have something to talk about. I don't really have anything prepared. So, it might be similar to the second half of yesterday's video, where I was kind of just saying nothing. Anyways, we got 55 pounds on the machine. Just doing a warm-up set, do however many I feel like. Then we'll go into the first working set. Oh, my calves feel bad. I hit calves right before this, so it makes it really hard to control this negative. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm gonna give myself a little extra rest time than normal. Didn't think calves would hurt that much, or will be sore. Luckily, I'm all done with calf work for today, so not too bad. All I have left is two hamstring exercises, hip abductors, one ab, and if we include this, we got my quad done. And I think that's it. So 5 left. It is currently 9:21. So I feel pretty confident that I can do this all. In terms of how my day's been, I'd say it's been pretty good. I did skip my one and only class for today, with the only reason being that I was hungry and I wasn't feeling like bringing food back from the dining hall all the way to my dorm. Because usually when I get food after my class today, usually the dining hall is filled up and I can't get a seat. So usually I have to walk home in these colder weather days, but I figured I'll just skip the class today. Maybe not the best decision. Thinking about it currently, I will admit it's probably one of my worst performing classes, but it's okay. Also, before I want to get this out of the way so that people don't click off. They probably have, but for the people who haven't, if you want to hear me speak on some topics that you are interested in, or something along those lines, like why I do certain exercises, my thoughts on what's going on politically, what's going on in the world, what's going on wherever. If I have an opinion on it and you want me to hear it, and you want to hear my opinion, leave your stuff in the comments, and I'll pick out a couple ideas. Yeah. So, another thing I guess I could talk about is with today's leg day, I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going like super, super hard. Like, I feel like I'm kind of it's similar to like the first day I started the 30-day thing, where I felt like I wasn't really pushing myself to failure, although the goal was to push myself to failure. Like, obviously now it's not really to push myself to failure, although yes, I am trying to get close to failure. I'm not trying to push myself to failure. And I feel like, especially with the leg exercises I haven't done, like my calf raises, my ab exercise, I don't really know. I was just doing like body weight leg raises. I don't really know how how to add a weight on that without it like being too much of a hassle. Because like I guess I could put on like dumbbells on my legs or something like that, but I don't know how practical that is. But like I'm hitting them, and I'm really trying to figure out if like I feel like my mind is kind of stopping me from going like to mechanical failure, which I feel like was a similar situation to the first week or so of training. I'm not super worried about it because I know I am still pushing myself hard. And I think in like, I'd say give it two-ish weeks, and I feel like I'll probably have it down where I can where I know that I'm pushing myself to failure, and we'll see if I'm there or not. But yeah, I'll be like I was saying before my warm-up set, I was absolutely terrified of today's leg day. This is probably the most intense leg day, based off of the amount of volume alone. I don't think I've ever done this many leg exercises, and especially considering they're all meant to target different muscles. I couldn't tell you how much. I want to say it's like 30 to 50% of your body is just legs. I want to say it's closer to 30% though. And I was only hitting it two separate exercises out of my 12, 14 different exercises. So, one of the reasons why I really did want to switch the workout plan that I was going with on the 30-day challenge, and even prior to that 30-day challenge, I was still running that split. But I really wanted to switch it once I noticed how much I was kind of prioritizing my upper body compared to my lower body. Like I said, my lower body only got 2 exercises, yet my upper body got 10 or 12. Like that ratio, especially considering this is like 30, 40, 50% of my body, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense if you think about it. And people will talk about, I skip leg days, but like, your legs are such a massive part of your body. You gotta hit them, and I'm starting to realize that. So as of right now, I'm really happy with the change. Although, has been intense. And one thing I'm considering, one like kind of final switch, I guess, is I'm considering if I want to have like a true rest day, because let me make this clear. So the only difference I would make is for like the rest days where I'm just not going to the gym at all, I'd probably just do zone 2 cardio for an hour and then leave. Currently I have that as just Wednesday is my only sort of cardio, but I feel like I need to get a little bit more cardio in. So I'm thinking about making my other 2 rest days, cardio focused. Same thing, still zone 2 cardio. So it wouldn't be like too big of a difference. It's not like zone 2 is like the most demanding thing in the world. So I'm really trying to consider that right now, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll let you guys know probably next video. I do need to do a little bit more thinking, but I am going to get this first set out of the way. I'm going to start with 220 just because I want to make sure my calves are like okay. Like I said during the warm-up set, my calves are kind of killing me on the negative. So, just in case, I'd rather keep them, be able to control the negative a little bit here. All right. Man, I can definitely do more than that. I'm gonna give it like a quick 10-second pause here. Get some water in. One thing I do know for next time, though, I'm making sure I hit quads before I hit calves, because it's not fun. All right. Okay. That's where we're going there. I am going to go up and wait just a tad. Got 250 now. But, yeah. I'll be real. Already ran out of stuff to say. It's not looking good. Oh. Wait, no. Here, I'm going to be real. I don't want to have a similar situation to yesterday where you guys kind of just got like 5 or 6 minutes of me just being silent looking at the camera. So I'm going to turn off the camera and turn it back on when I got something prepared. I'll be real. I was gonna have something that I had kind of prepared for this. Or, well, I shouldn't say not prepared, but it's something I thought of while the camera was off. And then I realized this is actually the last set of the lift. So I'm going to hit this last set, and then I'll talk about the thing for the next exercise. You guys won't notice the lag time, but that's what I'm doing. So we got 250 on the machine. Doing as many as I can. And then I'll see you guys when I got another exercise ready.
I'm gonna rest for another minute. I got more talk to.
Okay. I'm not happy with these sets. I feel like I'm not getting the range of motion I normally get. But that's it for now. Like I said, I'll turn back on the camera when I got the next exercise ready. All right, what's up, Wolfpack? We got the last recorded exercise of the day. Got leg curls as per usual. I know I said last time I was gonna talk about the thing I thought of, but I do want to get this warm-up set out of the way, just to save a little bit of time for me. You know, see how my legs are feeling. So, yeah. I hope everything's good. I'll be honest, usually I normally kind of tweak it a little bit before I turn on the camera, but I kind of just rush through it. So I'm hoping. So far it feels good though. So, I feel like this, nah, I think I'm fooling myself. At first I was thinking the range of motion might be a little too short, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Okay. I'll be real. I really need to figure out when to hit my calves. I feel like maybe I should save my last calf exercise for the last exercise of the day, because calves have been killing me since I hit it. So, it's not like, I feel like let me say this. It's been a good leg day, but I feel like I could push myself harder if my calves weren't so like sore. I feel like I'm gonna really feel it tomorrow, but it's okay. In terms of where I'm at during the workout, this is the second to last exercise. All I got is hip abductors, and then I'm done. In terms of time, I can't see that from here. We got about an hour to hit 2 exercises, similar to yesterday. So I'm feeling pretty good. But the thing I did kind of want to talk about, which, I guess I don't really have anything to. Oh wait, okay, I have another thing, but I have nothing else to. I have nothing to kind of go based off of. I'm just going based off of my experience with stuff I've seen. But I feel like we have way too much negative content. Like I feel like a lot of content made, not just in like this space, but everywhere is very much negative. Like Like I have no hate towards any of these people, but like Greg Doucette is somebody who I think really kind of induces like a lot of hate, even if his goal is not to hate. I think the videos he makes and kind of how he frames a lot of his videos causes his fans to kind of go on to have a worser outlook on the people he talks about. And only reason I'm using him is just because he's the most recent one I could think of. But like I said, way too much negative content. You know, to be fair though, I do think negative content kind of is in more demand than positive content. I don't think a lot of people. I think a lot of people often kind of use that negativity to kind of make themselves feel superior. Like, let's say Greg Doucette makes a natty or not on like, I don't know, the Lukey MC makes a natty or not on him. If he starts talking like hella shit and then like, yeah, talks hella shit and then says, yeah, he's not natty. His viewers who, um, you know, either if they are natty or not, I think they will often feel a little bit more like, just a little bit more superior, I guess, as to the people who are natural. They'll be like, oh, this guy's on gear, I'm not, I'm better in terms of my work ethic. And then to the people who are on gear, who watch that, they might be like, oh, at least I am true about it. But that was kind of a shitty point. But yeah, there's way too much like drama induced content now, and I really hope and sometime in the near future, we have kind of like a positivity movement, I guess, where we're just a lot more lighthearted, a lot more positive about the things in our life, about how we go about things, and how we go about other people in the world. Like I said, it's fine to do. It's fine to do like the stuff that I'm kind of targeting Greg Doucette right now. But yeah, like you could do an natty or not, but like you don't got to be so like, I guess kind of, you don't got to be dogging on these people. It's whether they are natty or not. I don't, and if they're lying about it or not. I don't think it's something where you should like hate on the person either or, whether they lied about taking gear or not. I understand the idea of hating on that just because they lied, but I think it's a little disrespectful to the creator. Which, in the same sense, I'll throw this back. People shouldn't lie about their natty status. One thing I will say, I don't know if I'm natty, because I had to take steroids at a really young age because I had a wheeze supposedly. So if that doesn't make me natty, I guess I'm not natty. But I've been natural since then, and especially throughout my lifting career. Unless my shit got like spiked, like my pre-workout or my creatine. But I don't know that. And I've never taken a blood test I don't think I've taken a blood test. Anyways, I feel like I'm kind of wasting a lot of time right now. What was that? That was a 7-minute talk right there. So I'm going to get in this first set. And then I have 2 things that are really quick. So I don't know how much I have to talk about after this. But we'll see. All right. We got 145 on the machine. Going for as many as I can. And obviously, if I get more than 10, I'll go up in weight. If not, so be it. All right. I'm in enough right there. Maybe I could have done a couple more, but that was really starting to hurt the cash there. But we are going to go up and weigh. I'm pretty sure I did 10 there. Whew. Whew. A little out of breath after that one. I don't know how I feel about that, considering I'm kind of stationary. But one thing, or the thing that came to my mind before I went on that little positivity rant there, was something that happened to me yesterday. I posted this on Twitter, but I use a like a Google Chrome extension called vidIQ. It kind of just gives me more data on like my YouTube analytics, and kind of just helps me with I guess the marketing side of things a little bit. But it gave me a thumbnail for yesterday's video, and it was like the worst thumbnail I've ever seen. Obviously, I didn't use it. I'll show you guys right here what that thumbnail was, but it was it was bad. I'm pretty sure like it showed me super vascular, which I mean you could look at my arm right now, not that vascular. It was like I said, I'll show you, so you guys will see the difference pretty quickly. It had like the cable in a completely different position than where it is when I'm actually hitting the lift. It was probably the worst thumbnail I've ever seen. So, and you know, it went on to tell me how perfect of a thumbnail it is. Because what vidIQ usually does is it'll grade my stuff based on how well it'll do in YouTube's algorithm according to them. Which I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, to be fair, I usually have kind of mid grades in terms of it. I'm usually in like the 60s, 70s for videos. So so maybe it's real, but I often disagree with it. But like it was given that thumbnail like a 97 out of 100, when normally my thumbnails get like a 50. And I was like, there's no way. I feel like the screenshot of the video was so much more impactful and so much more eye-catching. Or well, I shouldn't say eye-catching. Like, I guess it's more realistic. Like one thing I really have kind of tried to push with the content I make is I don't want to lie to you guys. I guess I can go a little bit further into this. As a kid, I would say I was a pretty chronic liar. Like usually it was to kind of make people think that I'm better than I actually am. Like I would kind of lie about having things that I really didn't have. Like I'd probably tell, like back in like, I don't know, 4th grade, 5th grade, whenever hoverboards were like super popular, I would tell people, oh yeah, I got a hoverboard. And I never did. But as a kid, I was like, oh, this is gonna make me look cool. So, and back in the day, I used to be a very chronic liar, and I think there was a good amount of times where I could have lost like a friendship just because I was lying so much. So, when I don't know when I kind of made the switch to they kind of stop lying, which maybe stop lying is not the right term there, because I will admit from time to time I do still lie, but like I want to say, what's a good word for this? When I kind of minimize the amount of lying I did. There was some time, I want to say like 8th or 9th grade, when I was reflecting on my childhood, and I kind of realized I was a massive dick as a kid. But I was one of the things I really try to keep as honest as possible is this content, because a lot of creators and me in the past will either just avoid certain things or lie in general about certain things about their lives, certain things, whether it's materialism or just like, I guess, social relationships, their mindset, like a lot of lying, and not a big fan of that. So I try my best to be as honest with you guys. So I forgot where this came from. Oh yeah, the thumbnail. So just want to make it clear. Don't expect to see a thumbnail that looks like a Mr. Beastified thumbnail, which is where it's like saturated colors, some like me super highlighted in there. Like I don't find those videos super enjoyable. Second thing, I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. Probably would be a little shorter than the rant that I just had. But my back is still spazzing out time to time. Similar to yesterday, where I talked about during my business law class, it was spazzing like every couple seconds. So I am still a little worried about my back. It stopped from, well, I think I said like seven yesterday, and then it started back up again. I want to say like 1 or 2 today, and then it was kind of constant up until 6, not 6, like 8, because I was still feeling it during my workout here. So I'm a little worried about my back. I'm still gonna push it, but I'm gonna be a little cautious this week, just to make sure that I'm not gonna like severely injure myself, or even moderately injure myself. As you guys know, my back's really the only thing I've injured while lifting, and although I'm not really scared about my back, let me rephrase that. I'm not scared that I won't injure it again, but I am cautious. Hold on, I phrased that bad too. I'm not so scared that I'm going to injure my back, as I think my form and how I kind of control my workout is good enough to where I think I can minimize the risk of injury. But I have to minimize it even more now, just because there is something going on with my back, mainly near my teres major. So, I'm not super scared that there's an injury that will happen, but I'm scared enough to where I'm willing to be a bit more cautious. I think I worded it good there. Anyways, I'm gonna get this last set out of the way, and then I'll go through the motions for the outro, I guess. We got 160 on the machine, going for as many as I can, and yeah. Ending it off there. Don't think I got full range of motion on that last rep there, but that's it for the video today. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share with your favorite friends and coworkers. If you want to follow me on other platforms, there will be a link tree in the description. Make sure you do your laundry. Love you guys, and I'll see you Thursday.